choking ass San Antonio Spurs, bro. I'm pissed the fuck off right now. But San Antonio Spurs last night just blew a 22-point lead against the Warriors. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Spurs, this has gotta be the most pathetic fucking game that y'all bitches played this season. First motherfuckers that I want to get into: Kawhi Leonard, Patty Mills, Manu Ginobili, Danny Green, Pau Gasol, and LaMarcus Aldridge. If you want to throw in Tony Parker or any damn other player on the team, you can go ahead and do that. You motherfuckers are one of the most mentally fragile people that I've ever fucking witnessed this season. From you six motherfuckers. Why can't y'all fucking people adjust? This shit is goddamn pathetic. So the San Antonio Spurs, they were up 22-3 and they blew the goddamn lead. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So when I first saw the game, what was it? It was like what was it? I didn't even watch the fucking game until like 8 minutes of the first quarter because I was too busy watching overtime of Oklahoma City versus Orlando. But when I did finally watch the fucking game, the San Antonio Spurs were up by like 15-0, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Next play, Warriors missed. Warriors had like about 6 turnovers in the first quarter or some shit, which is fucking pathetic. Next possession, Patty Mills open for 3, makes it. Next possession, Danny Green open for 3, makes it. Kawhi Leonard making his jump shots, taking it to the basket as well as Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge. They were doing their fucking thing, and there was a point where they were up like 29-5. The Warriors only had 5 fucking points when it hit like 5 minutes in the first quarter. Okay, so in the first quarter, JaVale McGee, he was missing a lot of his dunks. He was missing a lot of his layups. Okay, which is fucking pathetic. They couldn't even buy a goddamn basket. And the Spurs were just lighting the shit up. Threes all over the goddamn place. Their point were 29-9 or some shit. 29-7. These types of fucking, it was just so fucking amazing. Everything was in San Antonio's favor. They had all the momentum on their side. They had everything on their fucking side. But what the fuck happened? Okay, what the fuck happened? Okay, now, part of this has to do with the San Antonio Spurs losing all of the fucking energy that they had. That's part of it. But the other fucking part of it is the fact that the Golden State Warriors improved what they needed to fucking do. So, Golden State, huge credit. Okay, huge credit to the Golden State Warriors for improving their fucking defense and doing what they needed to do. Getting a W in a tough, grinded out win on it back-to-back. So huge credit to the Golden State Warriors. They really improved their fucking defense. And that's what threw them off. And I know that that's a part of it, okay? That's a part of it. Okay, teams fucking improve their defense. You gotta fucking deal with it. You gotta adjust to their improved defense. They did not do that for shit. So, I personally think, people think that the turning point of this game was in the second quarter, but in my opinion, the fucking turning point of this fucking game was in the first quarter. Near the end of the first quarter. They were up like 29-7, and then the Warriors ended up scoring like 17 points at the end of the third quarter. So, at the end of the first quarter. It mainly started with Andre Iguodala. So, Andre Iguodala is the one who set the tone for that game in the first quarter, making his first 4 shots basically of the game. In the first quarter, I believe, he was just knocking down open jump shots and stuff like that, etc. And that set the tone. And I noticed something about the San Antonio Spurs, but by the end of the first quarter, they were kind of, slowing their pace. And I don't know if you people understand this specific analogy, but it's kind of like, as has ever happened, okay? This happens all the fucking time, but it's just something, okay? Something psychological happened with the San Antonio Spurs, okay? It's like you come out the gate, perfect fucking energy, perfect everything, okay? And then you kind of just slack off a little bit. And then when you start slacking off, Golden State, that's where they, utilized exactly what they needed to do to come back in the game. And then you just couldn't fucking do it. You try to come back with it, but it's just that Golden State wanted it more, so your energy started coming from up here in the first half of the first quarter, and then it slowly went down as fucking time went by, as the moments of the game fucking happened and transpired. Golden State had the momentum at the end of the first quarter. They adjusted and they locked down. So coming into the fucking second quarter was fucking pathetic. Okay, fucking pathetic. They were up like 33-17. Okay, the Spurs were up 33-17, and then the Warriors outscored them in the second quarter like 37-24 or some shit, making the game like tied at halftime, like 45-45 or some shit. Okay, well they did score 20-some points. It wasn't 45-45. I think it was like at 55 to something like that, 58-58 or some shit. But you can tell that the San Antonio Spurs. There's even this one play where Greg Popovich. Okay, Greg Popovich was out here. He was literally screaming, trying to scream some fucking energy and some fucking heart and passion for the San Antonio Spurs to keep up the fucking pace that they had in the first quarter. They tried to do it, but they just couldn't fucking do it. It's just one of those goddamn moments, which is fucking pathetic. So, in the second quarter, their offense was absolutely non-existent. They couldn't even run a fucking play. And that's also part to do with Golden State adjusting their defense. Golden State did adjust their fucking defense, and they locked down, okay? I said before that Klay Thompson was going to be guarding Kawhi Leonard. Klay Thompson did guard Kawhi Leonard tonight, and Klay Thompson did a damn well good job. I think Kawhi Leonard only scored like 19 points or some shit, but Klay Thompson did a great job on Kawhi Leonard, virtually locking him down. They couldn't even get inside shots. Tony Parker did not know how to run an offense. Washed up Manu Ginobili, okay, missing a bunch of fucking three-pointers, passing the ball up and shit. You know, Spurs turning the ball over. Okay, Marcus Aldridge not even be able to work his magic at all down in the paint. They just had that shit locked down, okay? JaVale McGee, he was out here missing dunks in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, he started to pick up the pace a little bit, making some shots. But another thing that I realized that was something, bad for the Golden State Warriors is that JaVale McGee going into foul trouble. So I was right about, JaVale McGee going into foul trouble near in the third quarter or something like that. He was getting a few fouls called on him because I told you people, this guy's clumsy as hell. But Steve Kerr, huge credit to Steve Kerr because he actually did the impossible basically. He did what I thought he wasn't going to do, which was play Ian Clark. Okay, play Ian Clark more and play JaVale McGee more. Okay, I think Zaza did play tonight. I think he did play, but huge credit to Steve Kerr for not playing him as much because as I said in my latest video, Zaza Pachulia is fucking garbage. He needs to go. Okay, he needs to sit his ass down on the bench. I mean, in my opinion, Ian Clark is more valuable than Zaza Pachulia. 5 points per game. The guy is just fucking garbage. But they had JaVale McGee, and he was actually doing something, even though he was missing a bunch of layups, and he actually missed 2 dunks this game. But still, he was doing something. Now, second quarter, Andre Iguodala. Okay, Andre Iguodala virtually shot 100%. And this is kind of a rare win for the Golden State Warriors. A win where you did not have to utilize Draymond Green to the extent that you had to. Because Draymond Green didn't really put up a great performance. You just needed Klay Thompson. You just needed the defense doing what they needed to do. And Steph Curry lighting it up as well, hitting some three-pointers. And the Golden State Warriors looked a lot more organized, okay? They looked a lot more organized, and they looked better prepared. They looked like they ran much better plays. And the pick-and-roll action, that's another thing I wanted to get into. The Golden State Warriors, the way that they ran the pick-and-roll, the way they utilized the pick-and-roll, got players like David West open in the fourth quarter, got players Andre Iguodala open as well. He didn't even have to be open, okay? I think Iguodala started off the game like shooting 6 for 8. So he really stepped up where he fucking needed to step up. While the San Antonio Spurs, on the other hand, the Warriors just locked down on defense. Like, I saw some possessions where the fucking Spurs, they could not even take it to the basket. There are some fucking possessions where you got Patty Mills, Kawhi Leonard, and even at one point, LaMarcus Aldridge, fucking David Lee, and Pau Gasol. Okay, 4 out of these 5 players were at the three-point line. And the fucking defenders on the Warriors, they were at the three-point line guarding them as well. So they virtually had no chance. No fucking shot. So they missed a lot of shots. They turned the ball over in the second quarter, which is fucking ridiculous. And it was tied at 55. Now in the third quarter, this is where shit really got hectic. David West, near the end of the third quarter, started fucking dominating. I think the whole entire third quarter, David West was dominating. Just Warriors didn't even have to, make any specific adjustments because the Spurs didn't make any themselves. They weren't even able to run a sufficient play. These people were fucking garbage. See what I mean by the mental fragileness of the Spurs. Now, I said that the fucking Warriors, the funny part about it is my prediction was flip-flopped. My prediction was flip-flopped in terms of the actual outcome of the game. Damn near everything I said in that latest video that said that, the Spurs were going to do this, the Spurs were going to do that. The Spurs didn't even do it, and the Warriors did it themselves. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. The only thing I was right about was Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr playing JaVale McGee more and playing Ian Clark. Like, he played him 14 minutes, I believe, which he only scored like 7 points, but still, you need to play him much more. But in the third quarter, Andre Iguodala still could not fucking miss. And Klay Thompson, okay, Klay fucking Thompson just lit the fuck up in the third quarter. So huge credit to Klay Thompson. He was unconscious. He couldn't even miss. Okay, he couldn't even miss as well. You know, he's over here hitting this three-pointer. You know, he's dribbling. He's like in the fucking paint. Dribbles all the way back to the three-point line. Quick turnaround, half a second. Ball's already fucking released, and it hits it nothing but the bottom of the net. That was actually pretty damn good. And also another play where there's two defenders draped on Klay. Just does another, you know, turnaround, step back and shit. Goes all the way back to the fucking mid-range and hits it nothing but net. Hitting a bunch of other jump shots near the free throw line. Same thing with David West. Utilizing that offense. Taking advantage of those pick-and-roll situations that San Antonio, for some reason, could not even adjust to, not even one single point at the time. And the Warriors virtually shot. I mean, Stephen Curry hitting threes all over the damn place, but it was mainly Stephen Curry's passing ability. Okay, I have to give credit to Steph Curry. His passing ability was off the fucking chain that game. Getting wide open shooters. Running the pick and roll like a fucking master. Okay, that's all I gotta say about Steph Curry. Just played exceptional. 29 fucking points. You know, making his fair share of three-pointers as well. Making his fucking layups as well, driving to the basket. For some reason, they didn't have any interior defense at all, let alone they didn't even have any defense, which explains why the Warriors shot like 59% in the second half. So it's hard to beat the Warriors when they're on this type of roll and you don't make any fucking adjustments and they're clamping down on damn defense. So in the third quarter, they pretty much, I mean, third quarter, shit was already over. Oh, it wasn't already over. I mean, the lead was just slipping away even more. I only remember, you know, Kawhi Leonard getting a putback fucking layup. You know, they made a little bit of a run. They made a little bit of a, you know, energizer, you know, trying to come in with the fourth quarter with that specific momentum when Kawhi Leonard got the putback fucking layup, you know, and Pau Gasol is finally making his fucking shots. Okay, making his fucking layups, taking it inside, you know, drawing fouls where JaVale McGee, you know, as I said, he's clumsy as hell, fouls him. But in the fourth quarter, David West. In the fourth quarter, David fucking West. 15 damn points. Okay, 15 goddamn points. And as I said, I was wrong about him as well. Only predicting to go score like 8 points. But the San Antonio Spurs, their bench was fucking nowhere. Their whole team wasn't even fucking nowhere. The only players that actually, you know, put up, you know, the slightest fucking effort, you know, effort to the point of relevance was Patty Mills. Tony Parker did not even show the fuck up. Kawhi Leonard, of course, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Pau Gasol. They're pretty much the only players that put up a sufficient amount of effort in the fucking game. The bench was absolutely nowhere to be found. Dwayne Dedmon didn't do shit. I didn't even see Jonathan Simmons on the court the entire fucking game. Okay, Kyle Anderson, nowhere the fuck to be found. The Murray guy, nowhere to to be found. These players nowhere to be found. Their bench was garbage. They lost all of the goddamn energy. And then in the fourth quarter, pretty much exploited even more. Okay, and by the way, in the fourth quarter, I have to give some criticism to Greg Popovich. In the fourth quarter, why the fuck did it take to like the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter? Okay, Kawhi Leonard did not even play half of the fourth quarter. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Greg Popovich? Are you fucking kidding me? So he didn't even come into like fucking 8 minutes in the fourth quarter and shit. You know, got subbed out in the last 2 minutes because the shit was already over. And he virtually did nothing. David West, I think this nigga David West shot 100% from the field. Okay, in the fourth quarter, they virtually shot 100%. Just open jump shot. That's all they did. Give it to David West after Klay Thompson was lighting up and after Curry was lighting up in the fourth quarter to put down the finishing touches along with Andre Iguodala. David West just shooting the fucking ball near the fucking free throw line. Just shooting it up, and it went in. Pretty much every goddamn time. So, fucking sad. Sad and pathetic for the Spurs blowing the goddamn 22-point lead. Up 22-3. After the Warriors only had like 5 points with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. With like 6 turnovers. They still blew the fucking lead. Are you fucking joking, nigga? This shit is really pathetic. But at least this game, isn't, as big. And by the way, as I said, I'm not going to fucking hate on the Warriors anymore. I'm not going to be biased anymore. But, I'm going to try to give the Warriors credit, every team an equal amount of credit as, playoff, rolls around, my nigga. Playoff rolls around, I'll be more unbiased. So, Klay Thompson, as I said, did a really great job at defending Kawhi Leonard. Really great rotation defense, along with the whole entire team. The whole entire team had great rotation defense. Really great perimeter defense. That's what killed the San Antonio Spurs, basically. That perimeter defense and how they were just pushing all the Spurs players near the three-point line to where the paint is basically no one's in there. Basically, no one is in there, and they could not fucking shoot. Especially when great defense is being played on you. And you cannot even get to the basket as easily as you did in the first half. So, that's all I got to say. Draymond Green did not even put up a great performance. He didn't even fucking need to. All you needed was Steph Curry, the main nigga, dominating. Klay Thompson lighting shit up in the third quarter. And most especially, in my opinion, Andre Iguodala. Making... I don't know his field goal percentage, but I believe it was like fucking, 60%? I would say he shot well over 60%. I'm being dead serious with you. And David West putting on the finishing touches near the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter to close the shit out. That's all you fucking needed. But the thing is that people are going to make a big deal about this. Of course, this is obviously a big game, okay? This is a really great game. Has to be like the best utilized game all fucking season for the Golden State Warriors. Okay, best utilized game. Best defensive game. Okay, the Warriors just continuing to prove why they were the greatest regular season team within the last 3 seasons. Greatest regular fucking season team. And they just pretty much proved it tonight. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit ass San Antonio Spurs choking, So, that's pretty much all I gotta fucking say. Great utilized game. But the thing is that if they, in the playoffs, I don't think that the Warriors are going to shoot, that well from the field if they play the Spurs in a 7-game series. So I'm not going to lose hope in the Spurs. But this was just sad. This is just fucking sad for the Spurs. Never seen a more tough, grinded out, efficient effort coming off a back-to-back and getting a comeback win. Has to be one of the best besides Memphis coming back from 24 points. But anyways, that's all I got to say about this fucking game. Spurs blew a damn 22-point lead. Just fucking pathetic. Anyway, it's your boy, Sauceman X, checking on out of here. Peace.